Huh? You already know what it is. The voice of reason is in the building. And you know, I always got a crazy topic. It's my job to challenge you all. It's my job. I have to do it. It's important for the well-being of our lives here to stretch your perspective. You've heard of interracial. You've heard of biracial. Huh? These are just terms that mean mixed. You know, interchangeably, right? A biracial kid or a mixed kid. Yeah. But have you ever heard of a bispiritual relationship? Otherwise known as an interfaithful relationship. A spiritually mixed relationship? Some religious folk would call that unequally yoked. Eek. Oh, God. Are you unequally yoked up? How do unequally yoked people get together? Ain't nobody ever explained that, huh? How do you wind up with somebody that you ain't supposed to be with? I'm just saying. I want to delve deep into this topic today. The bi-spiritual love show. Because you hear, I mean, it's 2022. So you hear a lot of people say, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. Right? Mixed religion or mixed cultural beliefs, right, give us the interfaithful relationship. My husband is Buddhist and I'm Muslim, or my husband is Christian and I'm, you know, I'm of the Baha'i faith. Do those kinds of relationships tend to fail more often than the traditional? Now, let me just say, marriage is at a 50% divorce rate, so it really doesn't matter. But I had to ask this question tonight. Are you in an unequally yoked relationship and are struggling to either fix it or leave? I have an interesting perspective, but before I get to my perspective, please know that your perspective is welcome. All you got to do is dial the number 1-800-920-1580. Now, if you've never heard of it or had a definition for it, interfaith marriage or relationships, cohabitations, interfaith situationships, sometimes called mixed marriage, is a marriage between spouses professing different religions. Although interfaith marriages are most often described as civil marriages, in some instances, they may be established as a religious marriage. Very deep stuff here. Get to your phone lines, 1-800-920-1580. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your opinion. What are your thoughts on interfaith marriages? What questions should this type of couple ask each other to ensure that they are ready to face the challenges of an interfaith marriage? Can interfaith relationships work? Now look at our society. Crazy than a bag of angel dust. Beyonce come out, start talking about African spirituality. and then does a song called Church Girl, and all the pastors, all of them mad because she's singing a song about the church girl. I'm interested to know, why are they mad? Very interesting stuff here. What if you're in a relationship with a sister that's on the African spirituality and you Christian? When we come forward, the voice of reason shall keep the fire lit.
The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear.
Yeah! Let's go!
What's wrong, girl? I thought getting my
Where my people at?
Get me out of this dead-end job. I just want to make more money.
Everybody hit the chat.
Doesn't cut it anymore.
Everybody hit the like button. Here, I'm number 24. Bam. Who's gonna hit the like button with me?
Some family responsibilities. I don't have the time to go.
Who's gonna hit that like button with me?
Got it done in 2 years. How'd you do that? I went to the California.
Like it up. Spike up the likes.
Two-year MBA degree programs, and you don't need to take the GRE to get accepted. The program is hybrid. Half of the classes are on campus on the weekends, and the other half are online. Weekends on campus and the rest online? I can handle that. But what if I can't afford to get my MBA? California Institute
Spike it up, guys.
Has financial aid and scholarships available. And
spike up the likes.
22 classes. Just go to
as many likes as there are people in the building. That's how we do this.
What was the website and phone number?
We need as many likes as there are people in the building.
Enroll for fall 2022 classes and get your future started today. California Institute of Advanced Management. Management that matters.
Friday, August 26th. It's the West Coast Bad Boys of Comedy.
Featuring Structural, Delta Brown.
Ain't it hot?
Speedy, Brian Hook. Shang.
Motherfucking Africa in here. I don't like to be in Africa.
Walter Franks III, Omar Goody, and B. Mike Rowe.
I don't like to be in Africa.
Get your tickets for the West Coast Bad Boys of Comedy.
I got a cold playlist. Can y'all hear? Which headphones is yours? That one? Okay, cool.
From LADWP to help make a difference and save
No.
Shorten your shower by 5
Ain't it?
minutes to save 10 gallons of water. Brush your teeth
What
with
happened?
the water off and save 3 gallons.
To 2.
Run only full loads
Yeah,
in the
I'm gonna tell you how I
dishwasher to
did.
save
How?
15 gallons.
You wasn't prepared.
Outdoors,
No, it's fully charged.
upgrade
I don't
water
believe you.
efficient
All right, you know what?
sprinkler
Now you ready? Now y'all niggas cool.
Don't do me.
Yep. I hope somebody break windows.
All right, we need. Whoa, wow. And then there's that. Wow.
It's back to school time and Special Needs Network.
What's your spirit mixed with? Truemonger.
Back to School Health and Resource Fair on Saturday, August 20th from
There
11
was,
a.m. to 2 p.m. Join us on the main quad at Cal State to make
There was the preachers were upset about her doing a particular song called Church Girl.
Enjoy the sounds of R&B singers.
What up, people? Let's get the likes up. We got a trend. Let's trend. We need those likes early on.
Free phone or tablet from True Connect. This event is free to the public and everyone is welcome. Grab the kids and join Special Need Network's 17th annual Back to School Community Health and Resource Fair on Saturday, August 20th at 11 a.m. on the campus of Cal State Dominguez Hills. Sponsored by Amazon, McDonald's, LA Care, Stizzy, Girls Club of Los Angeles, Let's Be Whole, True Connect to help everyone.
Yeah.
Or to donate, email info@specialneedsnetwork.org or call 323-943-0397.
What it do? What it do? What it do? Here we go. Playlist.
You want some more? It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Who want to go roller skating? Come on. City lights. Lots of loving everywhere, so give me the night. See, people think That Quincy Jones only produced Michael Jackson. Quincy produced this too. Don't get it twisted, boy. Quincy Jones, one of the greatest producers in the history of music, man. If not the greatest. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason is live on KBLA Talk 1580. I'm turned up right now. We've got a hot topic. Oh, gosh. Is your love bispiritual? Are you unequally yoked? What does it mean to be unequally yoked? What did the Bible or other holy books say about dating people of different faiths? Oh, goodness. Does a bispiritual relationship / marriage guarantee that those in the family who believe the right / correct belief is guaranteed a place in heaven? And those in that family that don't believe that belief are guaranteed a place in hell? Does your religion believe in hell? Does your religion have a hell? Or heaven, for that matter? 1-800-920-1580. Let's talk. What's the worst that could happen if me and my partner have different religious beliefs? Do we still live in a time where people are being condemned if they're not on the right side of God? Who determines the right side of God? I'm just asking questions. Right? Marriages fail anyway. But are interfaith marriages especially prone to failure because they have different cultural beliefs? Different beliefs about God? Oh, somebody better talk to me tonight. Somebody better talk to me this evening. 1-800-920-1580. I know y'all scared of these conversations. It's my job to create dialogue that you didn't create at the house. That's why we out here in the street crazy. So Zoe comes in here and says, hey, let me create this dialogue for you. But I have one mandate, that you participate. The number to dial, 1-800-920-1580. Let's get, what is that, Danae from Duarte, California. Danae, get in here and talk to me. Hell is low. You better say grand rising or grand evening or something. No, I'm just kidding. Hello got hell in it. We better be careful. Jumbo. Shalom or something. All right, talk to us, love. Mm. Mm. Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because that was their context for somebody who's supposed to be believing in God, or that he believed in the devil. And that just pointed out to me that a lot of people don't even know the workings of their own faith. If you're an atheist, you don't believe in God, and therefore the cosmos, whatever the word is, I'm sorry, for Christianity involves the devil, angel, and hell and heaven. If you don't believe in God, you don't believe in the devil. And actually, my father was a very moral man. So people from other religions do not have the market cornered on morality or acting right or taking care of their family. And just because your religion doesn't mean you do those things.
Interesting.
I was raised going to the church. I was also raised to question and learn and think. And I enjoy my religious observations, and I also enjoy humanitarianism. As long as people are treating each other right, I don't care if you go to church.
Ooh. Listen, Danae, don't
Also,
don't you bring that evil into this place. Don't you?
I have to say it. Also, people, they don't want to admit that historically, as African descended people, we have always been involved in secretizing our faith. People go to church and also put red brick dust on their doorstep.
Mm.
We know that. Let's not act like we don't have those things in our families.
Come on, speak
That's
to
what
it.
we do. You know, so I just, people, also I feel that people need to start with knowing things. A basic dictionary might help.
Keep going, sister. You cooking with grease. Keep going.
It was just, your topic was just speaking to me, because I was like, I am, you know, product of a family that, you know, had a religious parent and a non-religious parent. And my parents were together up until the unfortunate passing of my father. And he passed when I was almost 50 years old.
So Danae, let me ask this question. Let me ask you this question. Do you think religion makes us tribalistic with regards to spirituality? And if we're tribalistic, we're kind of closed-minded because we're about our little tribe and our little thought process. Do you think it closes us off? Can you speak more to that?
I do think it does if you do not really follow the tenets of your religion. Because if you think about it, almost all religions, even the ones we're not so familiar with, like Baha'i and things like that, their basic tenet is to treat each other with kindness, to help the weaker, to be in fellowship.
Right. The higher principles.
That's the core.
Right.
Yes. And so if you're really doing those things, how can you shut people out and treat people badly? It's really coming down to, are you truly practicing the tenets of your religion, no matter what it is? Now
watch this. What do you think of this, Danae? I got to ask you these questions because you're on the line and you're a woman and we're so happy to hear from you. DeWarty is in the building. So let me ask you this.
Valley.
Yes, I'm from Pasadena, so I know DeWarty well.
Oh, I was born and raised in Pasadena.
Come on now, let's go.
I'm a bulldog.
Well, me too.
What?
Okay, so let me ask you this question. Do you think, because I was talking to somebody today about this topic, right? I was like, I'm going to do bi-spirituality. They said, what in the Sam hell is bi-spirituality? I said, well, you hear me on my show when I say unidirectional versus bi-directional. Unidirectional means one way. Bi-directional means two ways, both ways, right? Two-way street. Okay. I said, oh, okay, we're going to talk about mixed, like biracial kids. We're going to talk about mixed faith, bi-spiritual. Makes sense to me, right? Okay, cool. So, and in that conversation, while I was explaining that to the brother said, religion still has archaic beliefs based on the ideology of said religion. Meaning, if a good person who follows the tenets of the religion, like you said, following the tenets, right? Good person, a moral character, giving, serving, nurturing, loving, respectful, honorable, all of those things, right? Honest, all of that. They said, but if he's not a part of the religion, if he hasn't confessed with his mouth, if he hasn't bent the knee and became an official member of that belief, no matter how good he is, he's still going to hell. Do you believe that?
No, I do not.
Well, teach us tonight, sister. Teach.
Because if I don't, that's not my faith. There's some people who fully believe that, but that's not my faith. But also, even if that's your belief and you think someone is going to go to hell because even though they outpicture certain things, but they have to do that final right or whatever that is, you're closing yourself off to somebody who could be a builder in your family, in your life. If that was something that was holding true when my parents were, first meeting, I wouldn't be here.
Wow. I love it. Let me just say this, Danae. You brought the fire tonight. You brought DeWardy, you brought Pasadena, and you brought the fire. We appreciate you for the call. Thank you for reaching out and being bold tonight. You are always welcome in the Voice of Reason. In 2 Corinthians, chapter 6, verse 14. Yes, believers in Christ were warned, do not be bound together with unbelievers. For what partnership has righteousness and lawlessness? Or what fellowship has light with darkness? Hey, now you might be attracted to somebody of a different faith, but that's just your body speaking. Lord have mercy. You got to let your soul speak so that you and that person's soul can get yoked up right. Wait a minute. That's wrong. See, let me say that. Let me tell you why that's wrong. I don't do the equally yoked because most people can't explain it. Most people think equally yoked means believing the same thing. No, it's not about believing the same thing. It's about being aligned spiritually. Listen, I could be totally contradictory to how you get down, right? But spiritually, we're aligned. You know what people do? They throw away the spiritual alignment for the ideological alignment. And you think being aligned with an idea, with a concept, is going to make you happy. No, you'll be with somebody that you're ideologically aligned with, thinking about the person you're spiritually aligned with. See, I believe that there's something that's missed in that term, equally yoked. We're going to look up the etymology of the word, but the phone lines are cracking right now. 1-800-920-1580. Let's get back to Pasadena. Richie Rich in the building. Talk to me, bro.
What's up, Big Zo, man? First things first, man, I got to apologize to my sisters and the brothers and you, the platform. I don't condone hitting women. My moms, the females got on me all day.
They came at you. I knew they would. Yo, auntie called this show. I knew they would come for you, brother.
And that don't represent the city, and I don't want to add to the false narrative that sisters have to be afraid of us. Real brothers is not putting their hands on sisters, and that's just what it is. You feel me?
You see what I'm saying? This is why I love you. This is why I know you are developing into a true man. Because it's rare that you see men take ownership. See, men, let me tell you something. Let me just get on my soapbox for a second, Rich. A lot of men be saying women ain't accountable. Women ain't accountable. But I see so many men not own up to the madness that they do. I see a lot of men that do a lot of corny stuff and then be like, well, that happened because he said this or she did that. And the reason why, no, you're explaining. You're explaining now. Just own what you did. And this young brother, Richie Rich, called in here and said, yo, I was out of pocket yesterday, and I apologize to all the sisters that listen to this channel.
That's attractive.
Man, I appreciate you for that, good brother. I really, really do. Seeing that 60% of the listeners of KBLA are women. Talk to me, Rich.
Yeah, man, I wouldn't be nothing without my black woman. And just to add to the conversation, man, unfortunately, in California, Pasadena, LA, we still got these street religions, you know what I'm saying? So, one of my good girlfriends of the past, she was on the opposite side of the tracks, man. But we had genuine love, you know what I'm saying? And it was so real in her family. Like, when her family would get together, I couldn't attend the event because they're like, Rich, you too turned up. We don't want no issues, you know what I'm saying? It's all love, you know what I mean? But you can't come to this family event. My uncle's just gonna trip on you, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But But like you said, the love that we had, the understanding that we had for each other was bigger than our political identification. You know what I mean? So when you have that truth and that love in the household and that common goal with each other, it supersedes any religion, any political identification that you can stand on and believe. Because like you said, man, it's just another man's idea. But what's bigger than that is the love and connection that we can. 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I appreciate you, brother, man. Hey, and once again, I love you, brother, for stepping up. We appreciate you. You brought Pasadena into the building. When I come forward, Zoe Williams is going to keep cooking on the Bi-Spirituality Relationship Show. What?
And all topics you never asked me.
What am I supposed to ask you?
You want that?
I know you. I know you bi.
Oh my God! All the topics. Okay, I'm just gonna ride this one. You what?
I know you bi.
I'm not gonna let you.
She bi-spiritual. Okay, so look, we about to talk about it right now. Arabia. Now wait, Arabia, you are, your father is Pakistani. What does he sing? He's Muslim. And your mama is a sister, St. Louis. Boo. And she was Buddhist. All right, we're going to talk about it. How about that?
According to prosecutors who said Kelly had a dark side that he kept hidden from the world behind his fame. The disgraced
is that on?
on trial in his hometown of Chicago.
When you come in, open that door all the way.
And obstruction of justice. The Los Angeles Lakers are signing superstar LeBron James to a 2-year extension.
Richie
worth
Rich?
nearly $100 million.
All the time.
And won the NBA championship with the team in 2020. That's the latest. I'm Kevin Brown from the Black Information Network and BIN.
I got you. Somebody says she multi-spiritual. Rob B. Hey, the twos and fews in the building. We're at $34 because Rob B jumped in here. Good looking, Rob. Everybody that's hitting the super chat, I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. And Zinga just hit us upside the head. We love it. We love it. We love it. Xylon, Pharrell. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh! The table of contents for my new book. I just saw the email come in. That's why I said open the door while you're in here.
KBLA Talk 1580. It's about truth. And when you hear us say, when we
Oh
yeah.
Hey, where is my my spray? My smell good.
Not back in the closet, and definitely not back to the good old days. Might as well forget it. No way. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
Can everybody in the chat drop $5? You can spray the Febreze.
Who goes to bat for you is crucial. MVP accident.
I hate nigga funk. When I tell you it smells like Roscoe's chicken and waffles and tuna fish.
No, we don't. It don't smell
This has had, as soon as I get in here at 7 o'clock at night, it's had a full day of mouth air. Just breath.
We are facing an unprecedented crisis.
A full day of mouth air been in this motherfucker.
We just don't have no windows in here.
Let me see. Why isn't this working?
We realize not all hope is lost. We know that all it takes for the triumph of evil.
Can you plug it in?
We stepped up to the call.
Because I need.
Join us and help bring back our brothers and sisters.
Okay, so there's one, there's two. Where's the other
cousins and friends who live daily in despair.
This is the one I need to work.
The mission is not easy, but it is rewarding. It's impactful. It's meaningful. And it's life-changing. And if you drive by and see someone on the street,
Hey!
you are who we're looking for. The ones who don't turn away.
Hey man, everybody in here, please drop $5 on the super chat if we're gonna make a difference. Is it on? Can you guys hear?
866-JOBS-GSC. That's
It's on here.
866-562-7472.
Oh, I hear.
Or log on to goodseed.team.
That. She's not saving the day.
That's all.
Yeah. Can you guys hear?
Newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for
Cool,
their
cool,
support
cool,
throughout the
cool,
years.
cool, cool,
Proudly
cool,
serving
cool,
the South
cool,
Los
cool,
Angeles
cool.
and South Bay areas for more than 40 years.
Where are my phone
California
callers?
is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on
Y'all just want me to give you all the answers, right?
our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828.
Do I have a good playlist tonight?
Working together to build a better
Why is this
community.
blanking in and out, but not over here?
Did you know fixing outdoor leaks can save 27 to 90 gallons of water per day? Even tiny leaks can be huge water wasters.
We are 4 likes, 5 likes away from our goal. Can we get those likes?
Adding drip irrigation so you water only where it's needed. We can all do our part to conserve water. Visit SaveOurWater.com.
For everybody that hits the Cash App or the Super Chat, can you guys please thank everybody for showing their love? Playlist.
KBLA Talk 1580, reminding you, when we fight, we win. Central CSO organizes for the rights of the undocumented, quality public education, and supporting in solidarity other communities seeking social justice. Central CSO stands for Chicano X, self-determination, defending public education, and fighting for all oppressed people in Boyle Heights and East Los Angeles. Find Central CSO meetings every third Wednesday. Visit online at centralcso.wordpress.com or on Instagram at Central CS. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to the voice of reason with Phil Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Me and Romeo ain't never been friends. Yeah! Gerald Levert, the Levert brothers. Come on, y'all. Come on. Casanova. Levert, man. Gerald Levert was not only, in this group. This was a pivotal group. This was, especially in the 80s, it was a great group. Of course, his father is Eddie Levert. And what's really beautiful about, a son following the path of his father, Gerald becomes not only just a great singer and a great songwriter and a great producer, he also, produced a group from Pasadena. Oh, we're going to always shout out Pasadena. Don't ever get it twisted. Produced a group from Pasadena, Troop, their first #1 record, Mamacita. Produced by Gerald Levert. Eddie Levert actually sang on it. Great work, man. I appreciate everybody, man. But tonight's topic, let me get back to the topic. Let me get focused. You already know the playlist is my co-host. My co-host is my playlist. I try to keep you engaged by playing amazing music. But tonight's topic, by spiritual love. Oof. Mixed spirituality. You believe one thing, I believe something else. My intern is in here right now. Her name is Arabia. Her father is from Pakistan. He is of the Muslim faith, the Deen of Allah, or some would say the Deen of Abraham, but Millatul Abraham or the Deen of Allah. He's a Muslim. But her mama, Lord have mercy, Jesus, and then some. Her mama from St. Louis. Oh, Lord, where all the seasoned skillets are. Oh, you know that food down there, something else. The seasoned skillets. St. Louis. Sister from St. Louis, but is Buddhist. Woo. That right there is by spirituality. How did they make it work? What did they do? This is very interesting. Wait till I flip the topic in a second, but the phone lines are cracking. Let's get Sean from Oakland in here right now. Sean from Oakland, California, jump in here and talk to me.
Hey, brother, Yoda, think you make us do. You always make us think. I'm telling you, man, that's the key to everything, and I really appreciate your show. And what an amazing topic. And by the way, this is what I'm going to comment on. So for me personally, I grew up in an area that was, pretty Catholic for the most part, but I really grew up Methodist and Baptist, where in that sense my mom, but it was very lighthearted. It was like you did children's Bible stories, right? Noah's Ark and all that stuff in preschool. There wasn't any hardcore stuff. But when I got older, and I was good in sports here in the Bay Area, the Catholic Church is like a professional, sports organization. They recruit you. And I'm just being honest, okay? So there's nothing wrong with that. And then my better half, as we have been together 30 years plus, she mentioned that, these cats were after you when you were young and stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not an atheist, though. I'll just say that straight out. But I believe that God is the universe. I don't really understand the universe yet, but I try because we're all in this together, and we are. And my thing is that all these religions and everything, they have so much to give to the community. Because I had the Baptist church trying to get me to play ball back in the day, and the Catholic church trying to get me to play ball. It wasn't just about ball. It was about community. They're trying to lift up the community. So I don't have a problem with religions until they get to the point where they're discriminating upon people. Then I'm going to let you know. But I think in the most part, we can all tell you, there are lots of good churches out there that do good for the community. And if you're able to have a relationship where you may not agree on everything together, but if you agree on teamwork and community, you could be a Muslim, inshallah, God willing, you could all get together even if you're a Christian and be a loving couple and raise great children and put out great stuff in the community. That's
man, and let me just say this, Sean. I heard your Arabic. You slipped it in, inshallah. Sean from Oakland, California. He always aims for McCovey Cove. We appreciate the call. Call in anytime, brother. Thanks again.
Thanks, brother. I love you.
Oh, I love you too, man. Thank you. 1-800-920-1580. We're having a great topic tonight, a great discussion. I got my homeboy from Inglewood on the line, but before I get to him, D.L. Hughley is challenged to $1 million boxing match by the same preacher that got robbed. See, let me just say, man, this is going to tie into the later portion of this show. See, sometimes, listen, religion is like money. Listen to what I'm saying. Y'all, I need y'all to hear this. Religion, or I should say ideologies, are like money. What does that mean? If you don't have money and then you all of a sudden get a lot of money, it will enhance what's wrong with you. Whatever you got, whatever you haven't conquered internally will show up in that money. That money will intensify and enhance what's wrong with you. And ideas work the same way for a lot of people, depending on the idea that it is. Listen, if you're not connected to the truth of what the idea represents, the real you will show up even though you clothe yourself in a particular concept. That brother clothed himself in a holy man's garb, right? A concept. But he ready to box. Listen, and everybody's a work in progress, and everybody get mad, and everybody act out. I'm going to give him that grace. However, what does your spirit say when you see his presence? When you hear him speak? Let's be honest. A lot of times we'll ignore what our spirit is saying about a person because we want to hear the good word. And he may have money. He might be flossy. He might have bread. I don't know the brother. I am posing this. I don't know. What I'm saying, though, what does your spirit say when you hear that man speak? 1-800-920-1580 is the number to dial. We're going to Big Floss, Inglewood. Oh, wait, Big Floss, just hold tight, man. I got to come forward. When we come forward, Big Floss from Inglewood going to talk to us about it.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Comic-Con highlights, Black creators, and exciting new up-and-coming releases. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News, brought to you by CaliforniaBlackMedia.org. It was late July, Comic-Con San Diego, where Black creators, publications, and characters were on display. Marvel announced Blade, starring two-time Oscar winner Mahershala Ali, to be released November of next year. DC Comics unveiled a brand new trailer for Black Adam, starring Dwayne Johnson as an anti-hero and supervillain who was a slave 5,000 years, reawakened with godlike power. Marvel also announced King the Conqueror, expected to hit theaters May 2024. Most emotional was the release of the first trailer for Marvel's Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, where Wakanda can be seen mourning the loss of its king, T'Challa, hitting U.S. theaters November 11th.
Yo, T'Challa!
Interested in upcoming
We gonna miss you, T'Challa! T'Challa, we gonna miss you, brother.
What's wrong, girl? I thought getting my bachelor's degree was going to get me out of this dead-end job. I just want to make more money. It seems a bachelor's just doesn't cut it anymore.
Yeah, you're right, Kiara. Now you really have to get a master's degree to maximize your earning potential.
I know, but with a full-time job, kids, and family responsibilities, I don't have the time to go back to school.
I went back to school for
What's your spirit mixed with? Truemonger said it.
I went to the California Institute of Advanced Management. They offer slower-paced 2-year MBA degree programs, and you don't need to take the GRE to get accepted. The program is hybrid. Half of the classes are on campus on the weekends, and the other half are online.
Weekends on campus and the rest online?
Romeo ain't never been
friends. The Institute of Advanced Management has financial aid and scholarships available, and they're enrolling now for fall 2022 classes. Just go to ciam.edu or call 626-350-1500 to get started today.
I think Panther will be a multiverse Killmonger. Nah, it's gonna be his sister, Shuri. That's who it was in the comic book. It's gonna be her. In the comic book, she was a dope-ass Black Panther. And in the comic book, Black Panther, T'Challa's character, as well as his sister Shuri, in those comic books, they were both considered way smarter than the smartest motherfuckers in the Marvel universe. Smarter than fucking Tony Stark, smarter than all them motherfuckers. So they kind of gave her a little bit of that. In the last movie, I hope they give her all of that in this movie.
out-of-pocket cost. Call now and get free shipping of your new CGM. Plus, we'll bill your insurance.
1-800-920-1580.
457-9220. 800-457-9220. 800-457-9220. That's 800-457-9220.
More of the Voice of Reason with TheZoWhatShow right now on KBLA
Playlist.
1580.
Singing hard don't make the song good. Hey. Oh, yeah, baby. This sounds like the soundtrack that they was dancing to in Hakeem and Simi's room in Coming to America. I don't know what this is.
This is Levert. Throwdown. You asked for it.
I didn't ask for Throwdown. It's not on my list.
I'm going to show it to you. Watch.
This sound like that music they was dancing to in Coming to America.
Levert, Throwdown.
The voice of reason back in the building. We turned up right now. Let's get to the homeboy, Big Floss, Inglewood, California. Jump in here, brother. Let me talk to you.
Peace and blessings first and foremost to you, Big Zo, what you know.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Man, life is good. Wanted to say peace to Big Andy as well and all the future seekers of the universe listening. I just wanted to piggyback on what my main man from Oakland,
Sean,
and the other cat from Pasadena, what they said. I just wanted to piggyback on what they said.
Jump in, brother.
Especially my man from Pasadena.
Mm-hmm.
He made a very valid point where equally yoked doesn't necessarily mean between a man and a woman engaged in marriage. Like
Right.
he was talking about the different sets and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that aspect, but on my end, I've been married over 30 years.
Oh, man. Congrats, brother. Congrats.
Appreciate. She a low-down Southern Baptist. I grew up in a Baptist church as well, but then I converted to Islam by means of the nation.
Mm.
And basically what I wanted to say is, in my opinion, being equally yoked is strictly on a spiritual level.
Come on, brother. Come on. Let's go. You cooking now. Let's go.
It has nothing to do with your political affiliation, any other form of a social construct. It's based on spiritual appreciation of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my opinion.
Man, let me just say, man, thank you for holding on the line. And because, listen, man, it was worth it. Because when you came in, you knocked it out the park, brother. Congratulations to you and your wife, 30 years, man. I appreciate you for calling in. Much love, brother.
Always a pleasure, man. Be well.
Yes, sir. You too, fam. Listen, the voice of reason. I'm not here to make you feel bad about what you believe, but I'm here to challenge what you believe. Isn't that how you stretch your perspective? When we come forward, the mental yoga session shall continue.
The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear.
Yeah.
Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Real talk, kids are gonna kid. And sometimes that can look messier, ickier, and stickier than we'd like to admit. We can't always protect our kids from chewing on borrowed pencils, sharing lip gloss, or
It was only supposed to be
violent
Casanova.
sneezes. But there
Okay,
is
so let me
one thing we can
see.
protect
It was supposed to be this
and
song
that's
next.
COVID-19.
Okay,
Add
I
vaccines
got
and
you.
boosters
So, like,
to
for
your
example,
child's
No, you're not
school
tripping
list.
now.
Find
Okay,
one
so
near
like for
you
example,
at
Maze, you got before I let you go
mater.ca.gov.
enjoy and
Brought
pain.
to you by the
You know what I'm
California
saying? Is it
Department
just
of
before I
first
let you go?
one. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Create
Yeah.
big water
figured that.
savings with these
Yeah.
tips from LADWP.
It's all good. I ain't
Shower in
tripping.
5 minutes to save 10 gallons.
Yeah.
Fill loads of laundry and save 21 gallons. Run your sprinklers less controlled and save 80 gallons. Learn more at ladwp.com/tips.
At Charmin, we
I guess I'll start
talk about
teaching
going to
now.
the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing
Can
about
you
it.
do Bobby Brown? Instead of Karen White? Right now?
Yeah. What Bobby Brown? Which one?
Every little.
That's on the list.
I know.
Y'all want to see Arabia? Come here, Arabia. Come around here and show them your mixed spiritual self. There she is. That's a Pakistani sister.
Live in a minute. KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions.
Hard work.
Labor Community Action Committee, WLCAC, is a community-based organization
Hey.
dedicated to improving the quality of life for South Los Angeles residents. WLCAC
I got all that.
offers senior services.
My brother, hey, Kamal didn't even play my second intro for like 2 days. I was pissed. I need this music.
Galleries devoted to American history and healing. Born of the ashes of the 1992 Civil
Hey, look,
Unrest,
y'all.
WLCAC and
We are 2 pennies away from $50. I'm just telling you, YouTube yanks 30%. So that means if we get to $50, they're going to take $30. No, they ain't going to take that much.
In Los Angeles. This is a community call
They gonna take a bit.
from KBLA Talk 1580.
Come on, y'all. Hit that super chat. Show your love. Playlist.
More. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Now this sounds like the club in Coming to America.
Come on, Karen White. 1988. Karen White, produced by Babyface. First off, Babyface, they have such, like, if you listen to music very carefully, you can hear the formula that producers use. So when you hear that song, and this is how dope producers are. They made that record for her, right? This is how dope Babyface them. They made that for her. However, if you listen to the pattern of that song, you don't hear the Boys. You remember the Boys? Their first record? You don't hear Bobby Brown's records? We're talking about the melody, the rhythm, the chords. You don't hear, you do hear it though, if you're listening that way. But because they put the emphasis, this is what makes a great producer. They put the emphasis on the artist. We're going to give you a song that speaks to your talent, that speaks to your voice. But as a producer of music, an A&R person, I sit back and I listen and I go, wow, that's the same formula for the Boys. That's the same formula for Bobby Brown. And you can hear that in, say, Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam. You could hear the formula for different artists, right? Man, I'm sorry, I went on a tangent. Forgive me. But listen, tonight's topic is crazy. By spiritual love. Relationships, mixed relationships, mixed in the terms of faith, spirituality, culture, mixed in the sense of you come from this culture, I come from that culture, or you have this religious belief, I have that religious belief. Interfaithful relating. Listen, religion has killed a lot of people, right? Let's not, come on now. In the name of God, that has been the battle cry for many, many millions of deaths all over the world, right? Listen. The Crusades, you got Muslim versus Christian. The Pope sanctions you. Listen, in war, Godspeed. May God be with you, soldier, right? Again, God has been used to perpetuate a lot of death. So when you come into a love situation and you have these strong beliefs that are sometimes adversarial, how can you make that relationship work? Listen, when I come forward in the second hour, faith banging. Yeah, let's call it faith banging. In the second hour, I'm going to break down some tips on how interfaithful couples can succeed.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Kevin Brown, and here's the latest on the Black Information Network. A new poll says President Biden's public approval is ticking up. The Political Morning Consult survey.
Where y'all at?
42% approval, up from 39%
what?
last week. The latest poll follows congressional passage.
What do you say, Andy?
The Inflation Reduction Act. R. Kelly is being accused of having sex with minors, then paying witnesses off to get rid of the evidence. That's according to prosecutors who said Kelly had a dark side that kept hidden from the world.
Oh, yeah.
The disgraced R&B singer is on trial in his hometown.
And you hear the songs, right?
Charges of child pornography and obstruction of justice.
It's there.
The Los Angeles Lakers are signing superstar LeBron James to a 2-year extension.
Oh, yeah.
Worth nearly $100 million.
Absolutely.
He joined the Lakers as a free agent in 2018 and won the NBA championship with the team.
Everybody get the formula.
That's the latest. I'm Kevin Brown from
Right.
the Black Information Network and BINnews.com.
Right. Absolutely. I want to thank everybody for the likes. You guys have got those likes popping. I appreciate y'all for those likes.
If you're not listening to Tavis Smiley weekday mornings on KBLA Talk 1580, you're missing out. Everybody wants to talk to Tavis.
That's one reason, by the way, why I'm so thrilled to have this conversation with you today. The three people I always most hoped would interview me were Bill Donahue, Studs Terkel, and Tavis Smiley. Donahue's retired, Terkel.
That's that thug music right there. Move, bitch. Get out the way. No, nigga. Get your ass out the way, bitch. Give me that rental back. What? Oh, shit. This nigga went off.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. Your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
The child was if he's there, I can play child support.
It's a very heated topic.
Oh, that right.
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
Not ever. Not that I got anything against big girls. There's some pretty big girls out there, but I have never had the pleasure of wrestling with a big, beautiful woman. Just, come here, girl. Ah! Oh, sorry.
The voice of reason.
Alafia. Assalamu alaikum. Jumbo. Yeah. Come on. Good evening, brothers and sisters. We're in the church of the voice of reason right now. And I want to walk you to happiness. You understand? We want to be spiritually yoked this evening. So many of us want to be equally yoked ideologically. But I'm here to challenge all that. Yeah. So let's break it down. The Voice of Reason is having a meaningful topic tonight because we see biracial kids. We see bi-directional or unidirectional blame. And I'm saying, no, it has to be claim over blame. So it's a two-way street, bi-directional. And I said, you know what? Equally yoked could also mean, or this should mean, bi-spiritual, right? We are in a bi-spiritual relationship, meaning you might be Buddhist and your husband might be Muslim, like Arabia, my intern's parents, right? Arabia's father is from Pakistan. He's a Muslim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Yes. Wa alaikum assalam, right? Mama's like, boy, you better season that chicken. You better dip that. You better season that chicken good now. Get the lard. No, we can't do lard. Lard is not halal. We can't. Hold on. Hold on now. So I'm saying sometimes this causes, like I said, a struggle in relationships. But guess what? We put emphasis on religion. But let's go deeper. All relationships are mixed relationships or bi relationships. What do you mean? Listen, we all have our own unique experiences, our own unique perspectives. So by definition, that makes it a mixed relationship. Why? Because I come in with my ideology from my experiences and you come in with yours. So it's mixed by default, right? So and I'm speaking ideologically. So when you add the layer of religion, it gets even more complicated. And relationships suffer. Relationships are going to suffer anyway because you got two people with two different perspectives and opinions about how things should go anyway. So watch this. When we say yoke, Y-O-K-E, yoke, it's English. Now you know English as a language is connected to Sanskrit. A lot of people don't know that. Proto-European, right? That is the parent language of both of those languages, or they say Indo-European, right? So it's really interesting, right? That is the language that connects the two, English and Hindi, right? They say Proto-European, right? Now this is very interesting. Yoke and yoga mean the same thing. Not to no Christian, because they not reading no other book. I don't know what type of evil you bringing into the Bible, sir, but you bet not. But a lot of people don't know that. There's a book out there called The First Language. Let me pull it up. Could you pull it up, Arabia? This is why Arabia is here. It's on Amazon.com. The First Language. And it talks about how these languages evolved over time. And the word yoke and yoga have a similar root. Yoke, of course, Old English, and it means basically together. Yoke. It's something that was worn on an oxen, right? And this is how you kept them together. To join. That's what yoke means, to join. But yoga in Hindi means together, union, yoking. Same word, yoke and yoga. Christians, y'all didn't know that, did you? Equally in union. Well, union is the root word of communion, to commune. And most people are not communing because the idea is in the way. This is why I say we can be equally yoked to an idea. In other words, we agree with the dogma. But as Alfred Korzybski said, The map is not the territory. The word is the symbol of something bigger, the meaning of something bigger. Union, communion means you're in alignment or at one with that meaning. So many other people, though, would rather just be in agreement on the idea. Oh, Lord, when we come forward, Zoe Williams is going to keep this fire cooking. I got some stuff for you.
He's on fire tonight. This is the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
Boy, yoke and union and yoga means the same?
For their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, educated newspaper that focuses on providing
Yeah. Who calling? Yes, you know I'm going to come with the fire. You know I'm going to come with the fire.
Effective ways to promote your business without reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by
you know I'm going to come with the fire.
And submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper.
Jeff Brown, you acting like you brand new. Jeff, you know I do this, man. Jeff Brown, you know I do this, brother.
Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California
Brother Jeff Breezy.
Together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
You're the victim of a car accident.
Yoke, union, same word. Yoga, yoke, same word. Did you find the book? You did? Let me see. No. It's on it's on Amazon. This one.
Tiara, what's wrong, girl?
I thought getting my bachelor's degree was going to get me out of this dead-end job. I just want to make more money. It seems a bachelor's just doesn't cut it anymore.
Yeah, you're right, Tiara. Now you
That's
really
it.
have to get a master's degree to maximize your earning potential.
I know, but with
Nigga done read so many goddamn books. Jeff, I done read so many goddamn books, man.
How'd you do that? I went to the California Institute of Advanced Management.
Merit
They offer slower-paced 2-year
Rulin.
degree programs, and you don't need to take the GRE.
I done read so many goddamn books.
Classes are on campus on the weekends, and the other half are online.
Books fall out my head. I be like, oh yeah, I did read that.
I can't afford to get my MBA.
California Institute of Advanced Management has financial aid and scholarships available, and we're enrolling now for fall 2022 classes. Just go to ciam.edu or call 626-350-1500 to get started today.
What was the website and phone number again? I'm calling right now.
When we come back on the air, I'm going to give you guys the name of the book. I'm going to give you the author of the book. I'm going to break down my a quick little assessment of the book.
Institute of Advanced Management. Management that matters.
At Social Security, we are always thinking of ways to save you time and make things easier.
Live at 30.
That's why we created My Social
Live
Security.
in 30.
A My Social Security account allows
Hey,
you to access your earnings history and benefits
Chanel.
information, request a replacement Social Security.
I'm calling Chanel like I'm her uncle for real. Hey, Chanel.
Benefits and more. Save time. Go online. Open a
Where my
Social
Cracker
Security
Jacks?
account at ssa.gov/myaccount. Social Security.
Didn't I have some tuna and crackers in there? Who ate the goddamn tunas again? All right.
Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Another baby face.
Hey, babyface. It's the babyface sound, man. The voice of reason back in the building. Equally yoked does not mean only being in alignment with the same idea. Listen, there is no harmony if we're playing the same note. We need discordant notes in order to harmonize. Somebody told you that, hey, you got to have the same belief. Well, let's just look up the word belief. You know I love doing this to y'all because I don't care. Oh, I love y'all. No, for real. Let's be honest. Let's look up the word believe, right? And it's very interesting when you start to find out what these words mean. We know that the root of the word believe is belie. We know that. It's right there when you're looking up the etymology of the word. Not Webster's definition. Not Webster's definition. We're talking about the word's origin. Belie means to give the lie away as a gift. Believe. It's right there, right in the middle. BELIEVE. It's the root is it's right there. People get mad at me like, hey, that's sacrilege. You going to hell. No, the word believe means lie. That's just what it is. Okay? I'm sorry. The point that I'm trying to make here is that spiritually yoked means we are connected sometimes on a generational level, right? Spirits that have come back, right? To recommune with one another. You've heard it said before. People, you'll run into somebody and you feel like you know them already. Like, man, I'm never this open with somebody, but I feel like, like our spirits have known each other. Oh, but Christianity, religion typically doesn't have a place for that. Before I came forward, and now that we've come full circle, I was talking about a book that you should get. The author is Merritt Ruhlen. Merritt Ruhlen. MERRITTRUHLEN. The book is called The Origin of Language, Tracing the Evolution of the Mother Tongue. Now, although this is a very informative book, it's a very good book. The flaw in the book is that it don't go to Africa. It stays in Europe. And then, it'll go a little bit into the East, but it basically stays in Europe, right? And in that book, this is the book where I'm drawing from when they talk about the connection between Sanskrit, yoga, and the English Germanic languages, because when we talk about English is a hodgepodge of all the European languages. It's the youngest version of it. But this is where we get our word yoke for English-speaking people. Yoke is yoga, union. Now, when we say ideological union, that does not guarantee happiness or success in a relationship. Doesn't guarantee any of that. Did you know that being bi-spiritual, meaning I'm a Muslim, my woman is Baha'i, or my man is I wouldn't say atheist. I say your man is Ifa, a West African belief system. He's a Babalawo, he's an Awo, right? But the sister might be in the Nation of Islam. That's a bi-dogma relationship. Bi-dogma, meaning different dogmas to describe God. But when I say bi-spiritual, let's get deeper. What's happening now? You know what? I'm tapped into my spirit, but my spirit has a language of its own. You're tapped into your spirit, but your spirit has a language of its own. And guess what? For a healthy bi-spiritual relationship, there must be what? Acceptance. You accept me totally, completely as I am, because you don't know what it means to be me, although we're in a shared experience. just as I don't know what it means to be you. So I give you grace, and here I am accepting you, expressing yourself as you are in the moment as a perpetual work in progress. So when we're talking about bi-dogmatic relationships, in other words, we got different belief systems. I'm Kojic, and I'm Baptist, or I'm Presbyterian, I'm Methodist, right? Again, all of these different denominations will create separations unless there's a true spiritual connection. So how do you make these relationships work? You make them work the same way you would make a blended family work. I already told you. It's the idea that separate people. It's the idea, right? If you come into the relationship going, you better be what I am, or this ain't gonna work. Are you in a better relationship with your concept of religion and God than you are with your prospect, the person you want to be with? They got to line up ideologically, and you don't speak none of the original languages that the book was written in, and you ain't read the source material that the book came from. I'm just asking. See, people get real quiet when okay, cool. The same way a blended family works. Watch this. Watch this. In a blended family, there has to be concessions across households, right? Over there at that house, y'all do this, or y'all get to do that. But over here, you don't get to do that, right? Well, in a blended spiritual movement, there has to be concessions also. How many times you say, how are we going to raise the baby? Is the baby going to be Catholic? Or is the baby going to be Muslim? Well, we really shouldn't even be together because we're going to kill each other, right? But you see what I'm saying? There has to be concessions, right? Well, the baby goes to Catholic school for a little while, and then I'm going to let him go. I'm gonna let them go to the Islamic schools, right? But again, there has to be concessions, right? You have to find ways. Now watch this. You can't make ultimatums. Not in a blended relation, a blended ideological relation. You can't make ultimatums. You have to make concessions. Now, that's hard to do when you have an allegiance to an idea. See, you're supposed to embody, if you're a Muslim, you're supposed to embody salam, peace, right? If you're a Buddhist, you're on the pathway, the middle path of the eightfold path to enlightenment, moksha. If you're a Christian, you're striving to live Christ-like. In other words, what would Christ do in this moment? Now, Christ done had some moments where Christ was pretty gangster. Like when the woman came to him and said, hey man, my daughter is vexed with demons. He was like, lady, I am sent only to the house of the lost sheep of Israel. You've got to bounce, right? I mean, I paraphrase. Lady, I can't help you. He moved on. The disciples came to him and said, man, you got to do something about her because she's following us, man. Then he came back to her and said, look, okay, lady. No, she said, when he said, I am sent only to the house of the lost sheep of Israel, she said, true, master, but don't the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from their master's table? And then he finally said, all right, be it as thou wilt. And her daughter was healed. And then he goes on to heal a bunch of other lepers and Gentiles. You know, again, he wasn't bad. He was just like, I ain't here for y'all. And I think sometimes that territorialism with regards to the idea of God that we're participating in creates separation, tribalism, and division in the relationship. How is it supposed to work? Compromise is key for those types of relationships, right? But again, it's the same stuff that we have to have in regular relationships. We have to practice observing how we feel. We have to pay attention to how we behave, how we talk. We have to question our own opinions. We have to take responsibility for how we feel. Like, all these tips still go into this dogmatic relationship. And I've told people many times, I'd rather date a real person than an idea. Date the real. This mess that you see before you. Me, that's who I am. I'm a mess. Date me, marry me as is. Everybody want to send me back and say I got a lemon. Zoe is a lemon. But again, if you want these relationships to work, there must be a high level. And when I listen to what I'm saying, a high level of acceptance, and that comes from the inside first. Listen, let me flip it the other way. If acceptance doesn't come from the inside, it will manifest itself as tolerance on the outside. I'm tolerating you. And typically you can only tolerate something for so long. This is why sometimes these relationships be on a timer. I'm waiting for them to come around. I'm waiting for them to agree and capitulate to what I need them to be. This is not how this works. Acceptance is an inside job. Then you can project it outward. Now I'm going to accept my partner as they are. I believe when it's an interfaithful relationship, it creates a different layer of difficulty, because guess what? I haven't accepted you fully because I don't agree with what you believe. Can you imagine liking somebody and at the same time thinking, you gonna go to hell if I don't save you? You understand? If your religion has a hell, right? So what do these relationships need? They need patience. They need each partner to not stand in the way, right, of the other's spiritual development. Can you be a Christian and a Christian wife and encourage your Muslim husband to do as the Quran mandates? Study from the cradle to the grave, from here to China. That's what the Quran. Can you be a faithful, loving, supportive wife that is Kojic, right? And support your husband who might be Muslim. What kind of Muslim? Sunni, Shia, Nation of Islam, Nation of Gods and Earths, 5% nation? Huh? Can you do that? See, most people are not in love with the person. They're in love with the potential. They're in love with the potential outcome. Hey, when he figure it out, boy, he gonna be cold. Or when she learn this, you got to keep up with me because I've been studying for years and I got to teach you. Do you see what I'm saying? So many people get caught up on that stuff that they think the idea is the thing. No, the idea is a linguistic, symbolic representation of something more meaningful. See, I can practice a religion. That's why it's called a practice. Because you got to be peace. Now, what? Muslim, mu, one who is, salama. Now, other translations, they say submitter, one who submits to the will of Allah. But the root word is salama, mu, salama, Muslim, one who is of peace. Jesus walked in and said it too. Blessed are the peacemakers. What language did he speak? He didn't speak English. Blessed are some Muslims. I know y'all not ready for this level here. But again, you can't be authentic when all you've done is practice the words. You have to become the words. So when you become the words, right? The words in the book don't matter as much. Wait, hold on, Zoe. That's sacrilege now. This is what the book of Eli was about with Denzel Washington. The man became the book. He didn't need the book no more. The book was in Braille. He memorized the whole book. He was the book. That's the point. You're supposed to be what the book and the language around it is symbolizing. Most of us got the symbol, but not what it symbolizes. When we come forward, Zoe Williams is going to keep this fire lit. Even Christ was with the Cut the Crap gang. Yo, this shit fire. Oh, there go Jeff Brown. Jeff Brown says symbolize. Jeff ain't seen the sword out like this before. Exactly, Matthew 10:34. Think not that I came to bring peace, but the sword, bitch ass niggas. In the name of my Father, I'm gonna strike all you hoe ass niggas down.
When we come forward. I'm Kevin Brown, and here's the latest on the Black Information Network.
Hold it up,
A Political Morning Consult survey finds Biden at 42% approval, up from 39% last week.
Where my super chat crew at? We just gonna stay at 49.98.
Then paying witnesses off to get rid of the evidence. That's according to prosecutors who said Kelly had a dark side that he kept hidden from the world behind his fame. The disgraced R&B singer is on trial in his hometown of Chicago for charges of child pornography and obstruction of justice. The Los Angeles Lakers are signing superstar LeBron James to a 2-year extension worth nearly $100 million. He joined the Lakers as a free agent in 2018.
I'm gonna strike all you whole ass niggas down.
Team in 2020.
Is that the new Pyru version?
Brown from the Black Information Network.
Yep. Pasadena. No, that's Denver Lane, Pasadena.
Welcoming you back to the City Center Convenience Mart. She's looking at the cigarettes, but she just grabs the gum off the counter. Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer. Go to takeahealthystand.com. If you're not listening to Tavis Smiley weekday mornings on KBLA Talk 1580, you're missing out. Everybody wants to talk to Tavis.
That's one reason, by the way, why I'm so thrilled to have this conversation with you today. The 3 people I always most hoped would interview me were Phil Donahue, Stubbs Turkle, and Tavis Smiley. Donahue's retired, Turkle's deceased, so this is a real thrill for me. And the reason why I have such respect for what you do is you have a historically informed conversation of depth and detail.
Be sure to tune in to Tavis Smiley weekday mornings.
He said, I gave up on getting my wife into shit that I'm into. Sometimes you got to. That don't mean you love her any less.
Did you know fixing outdoor leaks can save 27 to 90 gallons of water per day? Even tiny leaks can be huge water wasters. Conserving water starts with a few simple water-saving actions at home and in the yard, like adjusting your sprinklers and adding drip irrigation so you water only where it's needed. We can all do our part to conserve water.
Oh, that's big, Haru. You got to say that when you jump in. We don't have to be united in our ideology, but we must be united in our intentions. I want you to go into that. Different denominations teaching different doctrines, different dogma.
We have special guest hosts, Walter Franks III, Omar Goody, and B. Mike Brown. Get your tickets for the West Coast Bad Boys of Comedy at AAC.tix.com.
We are facing an unprecedented crisis. Families are sleeping in their cars, youth are sleeping in parks, and seniors are losing their homes in record-breaking numbers. However, at the Good Seed, we realize not all hope is lost. We know that all it takes for the triumph of evil is for good men and women to do nothing nothing. We stepped up to the call. Will you join us and help bring back our brothers and sisters, our neighbors, cousins, and friends who live daily in despair on our streets? The mission is not easy, but it is rewarding. It's impactful, it's meaningful, and it's life-changing. And if you drive by and see someone on the street,
ooh, I no longer compromise. I only cooperate. Hey, Haru, if you don't remember all of these motherfucking quotes,
this is solvable.
The Good Seed is hiring case managers. Starting salary of $48,000 a year with a generous car allowance. Call now at 866-JOBS-GSC. That's 866-562-7472. Or log on to goodseed.team.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580. Connecting you with services and solutions. Stop the violence. Increase the Peace Foundation. It's a non-profit community-based organization.
They all mine, Zo. Yes. You got to. Hey, I'm gonna give you time to land. I'm gonna give you time to land.
Peace has provided a wide variety of assistance to thousands of youth, families, and victims of violence over the past 3 decades, including intervention services, conflict and dispute resolution training, grief counseling, and victims advocacy. In addition,
Self-destruction. Yeah, for self-destruction.
Domestic violence, parenting, substance abuse, and more.
Took a brother's life, bent his knife, and he died. Cried because he died a trifling death. I'm sorry. I forgot Mo's lyrics.
www.increasethepeacefoundation.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Geico presents Daily Affirmations. Repeat after me. Our thoughts are like the ocean. Our thoughts are like the ocean.
We almost ready. We almost back. Here we come.
Create our reality. When you're thinking, Geico offers claim service 24/7 with personalized attention from an assigned team.
Geico offers claim service? I wasn't thinking that.
We think it and it becomes our reality. So, what about washboard abs? Just give it a go. Think really hard.
Okay, abs.
Yeah, keep thinking.
To manifest more Geico in your life, go to geico.com.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. Ouch! Well, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers. If you administer insulin 3 or more times per day, or use an insulin pump, call now and learn how a CGM can help you.
Painless. No more pricking my finger.
No finger pricks.
Convenience. They delivered it free and they took care of all the paperwork.
You can reduce pain right away. Plus, it's accurate, easy to use, and helps you spend more time in range. And if you have insurance, you can get a new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. Call now and get free shipping of your new CGM. Plus, we'll bill your insurance for you. 800-457-9220. 800-457-9220. 800-457-9220. That's 800-457-9220.
More of the Voice of Reason with TheZoWhatShow. Right now on KBLA Talk 1580.
That's that booger nose funk. Renee and Angela, come on. This ain't Jay-Z and Foxy at all. This type of auntie that raised me. Come on. I got aunties who sang this. This one used to have that house party. Be all hot in the living room. Get your little butt back in the room. Yeah. Come on. The voice of reason back in the building. You know what it is. My playlist is my co-host. I'll be good. Renee and Angela. Boy, religion helped make that song. You better be good or you're going to hell. That's just what it is now. Listen, man, relationships are hard as it is. But if somebody tells you to go to the book of Corinthians, chapter 6, verse 14, in the King James Version, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? Listen, I gave you the source for the book, right? The book that talks about the origin of language, tracing the evolution of the mother tongue by Merritt Rulin, and it ties the Greek language to the Hindu Sanskrit language. Okay, yoke, yoga, union, togetherness means the same thing. In the context that the Bible is written, it's really speaking on an ideological level, right? Unbelievers, right? Not believers that, hey, God is in me and God is in you. Oh, because the book says that too. Psalms chapter 82, verse 6. John chapter 10, where they try to stone Jesus and he quotes Psalms 82, 6. So again, it's more of an ideological. They are unbelievers. They are not of this faith. But what I'm here to say is that there is a spiritual union, a spiritual yoking, to me, that trumps ideological yoking. We got a lot of people that want to talk right now. Let's get them in here. Let's get them in here. By spiritual love, are you unequally yoked up? Heru Ali from Battle Creek, Michigan. Talk to us, brother.
Yeah, peace and love to the family nation, honest low. I no longer believe anything at all. And what I mean is, the quote, my own personal recontextualization was, we don't have to be united in our ideology. We must be united in our intent if we're trying to change the sad condition that our people are in. For instance, okay, Bishop, you're a Christian, you feeding the homeless. I'm down with feeding the homeless, so I can help you with that. I ain't gonna come to your church service, but I'm down with helping you feed the homeless. You get my point on that?
I hear you.
And I always say is, I no longer compromise, I only cooperate. There's the connotation and there's the denotation. Compromise means that somebody gets something and somebody else loses something. So we got to cooperate. But if you go to the etymological of the word compromise, it's when two agree to what an arbitrator decides. No. But if you go to the etymological roots of cooperation, it's what y'all two decide what it is.
I like this. Keep going. You're cooking right now. I can smell the grapeseed oil. You're doing it. Let's go.
Listen, when I went through school of thought as a youth pastor and associate minister in the Christian belief, I was a quote-unquote true believer until my senior pastor gave me a book by Dr. Naeem Akbar, Visions for Black Men. And he started putting me up on John Henry Clark and on Dr. Yosef Benyaki, and may they all rest in paradise. I was like, wait a minute. Then it led me to a 3-year personal study, and I ran into Dr. Walter Williams on the historical origins of Christianity and Islam. And I went to him and presented him the information. He said, Brother Minister, what you have found out is completely correct. I said, well, if this is correct, why we ain't teaching our people? He said, our people ain't ready for it.
But again, these are ideas, right? And just like in a blended family, you have to kind of synchronize the ideas from house to house, right? Right? So for instance, a lot of times people will look at it like this: y'all do that over there. But in reality, you got to say, hey, let's agree on a set of behaviors that the kids can do at both houses, right? Right? And then let's sit down and discuss. This is a cooperation, right? This is a cooperative conversation. Let's discuss some of the behaviors that you allow them to do there that I won't allow them to do here. And let's talk about the points of why I won't let them do it here and why you allow them to do it there. Right? This is why I believe it's detrimental to their evolution and growth. But this is, and then you can tell me why you think it's okay. So we have to create a secure and safe space to be able to disagree, right? Just like in a blended family, right? Talk to me, brother.
A composite risk assessment. Listen, this is our mission. What is it going to take to achieve this mission? What are the obstacles to achieving this mission? And how can we mitigate those? And what's the highest risk? That's how we used to do it in the military.
Right.
Because if the risk was too high, the mission couldn't continue.
Right.
Because the risk versus the reward wasn't worth it.
Right.
So I feel you on that, my brother.
Right. Right.
Absolutely. No longer will I compromise. I will only cooperate in relationships and in anything. And I don't care if you worship a rock. As long as you're not hurting people and you got a program that's going on. One of the bishops here in the city, my cousin had hooked up a debate to debate why Christianity wasn't good for our people. And I got drawn into it. I was like, okay, we'll have this debate. And then I started thinking about all the programs that he got at his campus. He's feeding the homeless 5 days a week. He's got a food pantry. He gives out food. He has a transport service. This and that. So okay, say we win the debate. To what end?
But
the clock falls away and the funding goes away.
Right.
Now you just took away some programs.
Right.
That's truly helping people. I said, cuz we ain't got nothing to replace that. I'm not participating in that.
Right. Man, that's just like me arguing with my mama about her belief in Christianity. You stay a Christian, mama. That's your path.
Why do I want to take her comfort away from
right.
When that's all she knows? And you know she's not going to change.
Come on, man. Hey, Haru.
Why would you rob him?
Hey, Haru, stay with me, brother. I'm carrying you forward. When we come forward, me and Haru gonna keep cooking.
With Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
A campaign to rename a San Diego street honoring hair care icon and Black news publisher Willie Morrow is underway. Aisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News, brought to you by CaliforniaBlackMedia.org.
Hey, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Each and every one of y'all. Each and every one of y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for rocking with me. Has this been one hell of a ride?
It housed a barbershop, salon.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, Nazarene. Has this been one hell of a ride since I've been here at KBLA? This has been one hell of a ride, right?
I'm Aisha Cairo for KBLA 1580.
Tiara, what's wrong, girl?
I thought getting my bachelor's degree was going to get me out of this dead-end job. I just want to make more money. It seems a bachelor's just doesn't cut it anymore.
Yeah, you're right, Tiara. Now you really have to get a master's degree to maximize your earning potential.
One hell of a ride.
Job, kids, and family responsibilities. I don't have the time to go back to school.
I went back to school for my
You know, we got 87, this will be 88 episodes on the podcast.
88
episodes already?
Classes are on campus on on the weekends and the other half
Heru.
online. Weekends on campus and the rest online? I can handle that.
88 episodes.
California Institute of Advanced Management has financial aid and scholarships available, and they're enrolling now for fall 2022 classes. Just go to ciam.edu or call 626-350-1500
Apple Podcasts,
to get started
Google
today.
Play,
What was the website and phone number?
Spotify. They got 88 episodes of The Voice of Reason.
Or call 626-350-1500. Enroll
Okay.
for fall 2022 classes and get your future
Classics,
today.
man.
California Institute of Advanced Management. Management that matters.
It's hard to believe that it's 88 episodes already, though.
Shorten your shower by 5 minutes to save 10
It's
gallons.
been 88
Wash only
episodes.
full loads of laundry and save 21 gallons. Run
This
your
year.
sprinklers less each
March.
week and save 80 gallons. Learn more at ladwp.com/tips.
88 episodes.
COVID-19 vaccines help keep our families safer from the risks of
11:30.
Now, children 6
Hey.
months and older are eligible to receive that same reassuring protection. As a parent, you
What
may
we got
have
next?
questions or want to find out more about COVID-19
Yeah.
vaccines, and that's okay. Talk with your doctor
Can you do me a quick
or visit
favor? Can you give me some water?
vaccineall58.com to learn more, so you can feel good about the facts. Brought to
Oh
you
man,
by
they
the
tapped out
California
hours
Department
ago,
of
bro.
Health.
We still at 49.98. I'm thankful for that.
More. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Don't disturb this groove. I'm in a groove right now. You ain't in heaven. The system. Come on, man. Music is a beautiful thing. The Voice of Reason has come full circle after coming forward. Very hot topic tonight. By spiritual love. Gosh, are you unequally yoked? So many people say, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. But still disagree with the ideology of another. If you're spiritual, you understand that there is a spiritual undergirding of every belief system. Right? It's not the words that listen, let me just say. The words are a representative of the spirit. The word is not the spirit. Now, some would disagree. Book of John. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. In Greek, the word for word in that verse is logos, the logos, right? The word, logos, was God. Okay, fine. We'll say the word is God. But the word of God isn't in one book. It's in every spiritual book. Okay, cool. Heru Ali, get in here, man.
Yes, sir. Listen, you know, a lot of us, we say, man, I want this in a relationship. And I desire this in my significant other. And when we get it, sometimes because we had to be so independent for so long and to depend on our family, let alone anybody else, once you actually receive it, it's hard for you to receive it. You kick against it, you fight against it. So, you know, I tell the queen, I'm like, listen, I know you had to be independent all this time. Mm-hmm. But in your independence, I still need you to be independent, but can you be interdependent?
Ooh, come on. Okay, I see you. Come on, brother. Come on.
Because, yes, I know you appreciate it, but your body, you have a physiological response to what you say you've always wanted. Just appreciate it and let it be. Don't say, I'm not used to, I'm used to doing it. Receive. Breathe.
Oh, there you go, brother.
Your blessing is here. Your blessing is here.
Hey, you already took off from the free throw. That's cool. Receive, breathe. Ladies and gentlemen, Heru Ali, he's here every Wednesday at this time. Thank you. We appreciate you, good brother. Thank you, man. When we come forward, Zoe Williams shall continue this bonfire, this onslaught on your religious belief systems.
It's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
It's back to school time, and Special Needs Network, in conjunction with Cal State University,
Heru Cook.
presents the 17th
Heru.
annual Back to School Health.
Hey, we are at 74.98. Okay. Who did that? Theopolis. City of God, Williams. Theo. Theos.
R&B singer Elaine Gibson Band and other live performances. Pony rides.
I was about to say, is that an earthquake?
Dental screenings.
I felt some shaking. Oh, that was you. Listen, man, I was about to get the fuck up out of here. I felt some shaking.
Annual Back to School Community Health and Resource Fair on Saturday, August 20th.
I don't think y'all understand earthquakes.
Sponsored by Amazon, McDonald's, LA Care.
Motherfucker, stop talking in there.
Los Angeles. Let's be whole. True Connect to help everyone in Charles Drew University. For more information,
what
or
the
to
fuck?
Donate, email info@specialneedsnetwork.org.
All right.
Receiving extra help for your prescription drugs.
1 minute.
Great news. You
1
can
minute.
change or enroll into a Medicare plan every 3 months if you qualify. All from the
Shit.
comfort and safety of your own home. Over the phone. No one even needs to come to your home.
Have any of y'all ever been in a motherfucking earthquake?
New Medicare benefits for you.
This motherfucking table and chair shook.
Transportation and more.
He looking for the exit, y'all.
I look right at the door. I don't give a fuck. Live, we can be live on the radio.
Even if you're
This
not
nigga gone.
paying anything for your coverage now, you need to call our licensed agents to review your plan.
Fucking earthquakes ain't no
There are
goddamn
zero
joke.
cost plans available in some areas. Don't wait till next year. Get all the Medicare benefits you deserve. Call a licensed agent today.
800-430-6748.
Look right at that door.
430-6748.
Not finna play with y'all on no goddamn earthquake.
6748. Paid for by Senior Choice
Because he was
Plans.
gonna be gone, y'all.
More of the voice of reason with Zoe Williams right now on KBLA Talk 1580.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason has returned. Are you in a bi-spiritual relationship? In other words, an interfaithful relationship, a mixed belief relationship. Listen, I don't care if it's religious or political. I don't care if it's familial, cultural. We're all in an ideologically mixed relationship. And what do we need in order to persevere and make that relationship successful? First off, we can't sweep stuff under the rug. If something bothers us, we should have a conversation about it. We should also clarify our cultural code. Now watch this. When I say clarify your cultural code, that doesn't mean go to war with my partner to defend my cultural code. What it means is, this is who I am. But if I'm spiritually yoked with you, I am willing for us to become something different than what I am. Like within our relationships, this is what I'll be. I'm willing to grow into something. But first, you must understand what my cultural code is. Clarify that code. Clarify your identity. A lot of people think they are their belief. No, you're more than your belief. Your belief keeps you God-fearing. When you become what you're supposed to be, which is in alignment with the ineffable, unnameable, infinite source of all that is, you move from God fearing and dogma practicing to God realized. That's a whole different dance right there. God realized over God fearing. You ain't got to practice when you become one with source. And yes, even your Jesus told you you can do that. Oh, I know. Just go read the book again. Practice unconditional cooperation, right? Show love and respect. Create a safe space to disagree about cultural ideas and concepts, right? Share your history with each other. This is where our people came from. This is what we traditionally believe. Don't mean you gotta believe it, but this is what we believe. And can we make a space for what we believe in this situation? And I'll make a space for what you believe in this. Come on, that's how it works. And then understand patience. Loving on each other through an idea will require patience. Do you understand? You're not God, so put your gavel away. Ooh. You ain't realized it yet. Put that gavel down. Ladies and gentlemen, I started the conversation. You finish it. The voice of reason is on fire tonight. Up next, the good brother Danny Morrison and Robin are going to keep this fire lit. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Deuces.
That man good.
That boy good.
I like him. Give it up. Thanks for talking.
That boy good. Shang, kang, kang. Great show tonight. Thank you guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Deuces.
KBLA.